about your income. Come on in. We are talking all things going live with confidence and ease. So come in, let me know where you're from, let me know who you are, and we will get started. Appreciate you all being here. And so you will see in real time. We're going to get started, friends. So I appreciate you joining the live and liking the live as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, and let's see, I'm getting started. So appreciate you all coming. You know, it's been a busy morning. So, and when I do my Thursday, Friday, Saturdays for the shop page, and that's Dr. Lisa Shops on TikTok. And so when I do that account, that one, it takes a long time. Hello, it takes a lot long, it makes it a long day. How you doing? Yes, Michelle. I was just talking to whoever's listening that my day is going to be long. And so the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I feel a little bit more um, pressure, I guess the word would be, to be a little bit more concise when I'm doing these lives. So, because I have to prep and I have to do some other things, and my day just becomes a long day. So I got to make sure that I get show my face, do my commitment, show up here, but do it quickly. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'm gonna stay for, I say, an hour. I end up going 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, but I definitely have my shop today to do, so we'll see how this goes, how fast I move. Saying I can only stay 30 minutes because I have to finish my paperwork for the week. There we go, friend. We are busy women. We're trying to do it all and do it all efficiently. I get it. So yes, thank you all for joining. Anyone who is joining, I know YouTube will start bringing people over into the room, and let me get myself started in a second, but I'm realizing my time is of the essence, and I just have to be a little bit more, like I said, efficient with it. So we'll see how that goes. How are you doing? We're going to connect tomorrow. We can chat it up. You said that part. It is. It is. So it's not enough hours in the day. But we're going to get there. We're going to figure it out. It is all about that consistency. I say it all the time. It pays off, but it also opens doors to things that you never thought you would be doing. You know, I'm sure you can attest to that. Like 10 months ago, did you think you would be here in this space? So, yes, thank you all for joining the live. I get to chatting and talking. So, thank you all for joining live. This is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence. I want you to make sure you are learning and growing. So, welcome to the live. If you don't mind, go ahead and like the live. And go ahead and say hello. Let us know you're in the room. Say hello, how you doing? Tell us where you're from. And then make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure you're connecting. And then on top of that, make sure you are connected intentionally with my moderator. Yes, Michelle Crochets. She is my mod that is also my YouTube coach. So she's giving me tips and strategies on how to go live. X, how you doing, friend? Say hello. You said what? What? What do you mean, friend? Let me know what you mean. How you doing, though? Let's start there. Hello. And so go ahead and connect with Yes Michelle Crochet. She's in the chat, so she can give you tips and strategies in terms of growing your page if you're looking at growing your channel, as well as how do you make sure you have it optimized, and then again, how you are creating content that is targeting your specific target audience. People who are looking for your content, they will arrive at it. So let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, you guys know all the time I am co-streaming. I am doing the thing where we are talking on two platforms. We're connecting, but we're growing intentionally. So if you connect with myself or Yes Michelle Crochets by going to one of our videos chat, we can connect with you as well. Hello, Holly Q. Hey, it's Holly Q. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you joining. I am about to go on, our other neighborhood, the other neighborhood that we hang out at, and connect over there and say hello to my friends on the TikTok streets. And so we can connect there. And then I was sharing earlier, we'll see how long I stay. When I have my shop days, my Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and I have that later in the evening, it becomes a long day. So I do the 10 o'clock, I do the 4 o'clock, And then I do, in between that, I'm doing meetings, I'm doing checking emails, I'm doing other projects. And then I do the 8:30, 8:30, which sometimes have gone to 11, you all. So it is a long day. So I just make sure I come in and I am supporting and I'm connecting with everybody. So let me know if you have questions. And then also make sure you like the live. If you are here visiting, make sure you are liking the live so that we can tell YouTube we are here, we are enjoying this, and this is where it is at. So let me get my title set up on the other street. Make sure I am fixing that really quickly. And then we will go over there and play around for a little bit. Go in that little sandbox and play around with our friends over there and chat a little bit. We had a good conversation today. It was very, very helpful, hearing just some of the questions that are coming up too. Some of the questions, I will say, it's a lot of it is just doing the work. Yeah, it is. Yeah, kind of spammy. It's not real questions, I don't think. So, and so it's a lot of good questions, but really just recognizing that a lot of times it just requires us to jump in and just start going live, because I think we'll get a sense of kind of how the flow is. So I think that's some of it. And then the other thing is, in preparation, you have to anticipate that, you have to be careful about what you say and what you don't say. So there's a little bit of that I was noting in the conversation today. So I was like, okay. So I think people probably need more tips and strategies when it comes to how to conduct themselves on a live. But you do definitely expose yourself to a lot of people who, again, don't know how to conduct themselves in a chat. So you have both things. We talk about the people who are bad actors, the trolls. We have that type of those situations going on too, as well as what does it mean to actually come here and make sure you're being your authentic self, but within reason. So a lot of that I felt like was some of the questions that I was getting, but we'll see. Um, and make sure we are going live. Let me go ahead and I'm going to hit the go live button. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. We are going live on both channels. Thank you so much. Make sure you like the live and comment. Good afternoon, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Come on in. We are chatting it up, talking all things going live with ease and confidence, friends. We want to make sure we are talking to our community and building our community, but at the same time, not being afraid. I don't want you to be afraid or scared, nervous, shy. You can be a little introverted, because I'm introverted too. But at the end of the day, you just want to go live. You want to make sure you are going live and connecting with your people. I realized I didn't have any lights on. I was like, oh, the natural lights. my room is fairly lit, but I realized there can be a little assistance. Alfredo, thank you so much for being here. Blue Apple, that's a beautiful name. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for joining the live. Trisha, I see you, friend. Let me see how loud my volume is. Gotta hit the volume button. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining the live. As you said, hey, Dr. Lisa. How you doing, friend? I am money well spent. I think that's what that means. It was SP. I can't see the rest of it, but yes, it is. Thank you for liking the live, friend. Thank you for coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all joining. As you join the live, make sure you are liking the live as well as commenting so we can get some likes and comments going. KPP, thank you for joining. Murray Love, thank you so much for being here. Nick, thank you for joining. Detroit Red Pop, thank you for joining. Miss Most of your live this morning had to jump on a call. That is so fun. We it ended up being an Ask Me Anything kind of format. So I was just sharing earlier, there was a lot of different questions. A lot of questions, which was great. A lot of good feedback and comments. So Holly Q, you had, obviously when it comes to growing a second channel, it could be a little intimidating at first, but I say trust that you know the process from what you learned with the first channel. I love that you shared, Halaku. I think you're still over here on the YT. I love that you shared. It is really because you've done it before. You've been there, done that. You're now building on your own terms for the most part. Like you understand What does it mean to build a community and be a little bit more intentional? So I thought that was brilliant. And at the end of the day, if you're doing a shop page, you have a little bit more freedom and flexibility, because ideally those people might be intentionally shoppers. And so you are bringing products to their attention, to their forefront, in addition to people TikTok will send it out to who are looking for those products. So yeah, go ahead and just do it, and don't feel too restrictive in terms of how you manage that, within reason. Maybe I should say that, within reason. Thank you so much, Trish. She said, "Oh, I learned something today about agencies." What did I say? That training I did. So there's another one this afternoon after 10. That's why I said or this early evening. So there's another one I need to do to make sure that I understand um, all the different factors, and how agencies can be beneficial. So, hello, Toya. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Hello, all my friends joining the live. Make sure you are tapping the screen, commenting, say hello, how you doing? And we are building community. Hello, Susie Q. Thank you for that daily heart me. Nika Grace, thank you so much for coming in the room. I appreciate your friend. How did the morning live? You were using your tapper. How did that go for you when you were over on your fiance's page? Thank you all who are coming in. I see you coming in. Positive Solutions. Thank you for joining, friend. Um, so what I'm gonna learn with the conversation later today, hopefully, is just a little bit more. I was on the other side of the pond, friends. Okay, that's where they had me. I was on the other side of the pond. So being on the other side of the pond, they do things a little differently over there. So I think, well, honestly, I don't know. We're gonna find out later. I think the call later today, the webinar later today, is in the US. So I hope so. We'll see if I'm in a different country based on the who's facilitating. It might be, who knows, TikTok headquarters, who knows? Because well, I say that, I'm not trying to be funny, but to a certain extent, that could very well be the case, because when I signed up for one before, a different webinar, it was through here, and it was at the headquarters for, I guess, the Chinese headquarters for TikTok. So yeah. You said I sent him 2K tabs. How did it go? And so you could see it. I'm assuming because in his room you could see how you were making an impact. How's this room growing? Were you seeing more people coming through? Hold on, I haven't said that if you're on 500,000 diamonds, you won't be qualified to join any agency. Um, I do. No one's see that conversation didn't come up in today's conversation, so that's a great point. I did hear that. I do believe there is a limit, and I think it's a monthly limit. So it's not in totality. I think it is each month. So if you hit that threshold in a month, any given month, you are not able to join an agency. That's my understanding. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I have not hit that threshold in any given month. Okay, but with that being said, I need to ask that question. That is good to know, and good to know what is the criteria in terms of who's eligible or not. And I know there are one of the other questions that wasn't actually covered. And so I'm curious in terms of being that value proposition. So I came up with a list of alternative questions. In the morning, it was an early call too. In the morning, you don't know what you don't know to ask. So you listen. And then I realized after I was reflecting, I was like, they didn't touch this. They didn't touch on that day. It was like several things that wasn't touched on. One of the other things that all agencies say is that if your account gets banned, then they can help get your account back. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. So I'm wondering. So I'm gonna ask that question very explicitly, just to understand again what are some of the other things to consider if you are going to take on an agency responsibility, if you are going to in turn have some things, some services that are true services you can offer your clients, your creators. So I need to add a little running list of questions. That's a new one I'm going to add though. The whole diamonds, like what's the criteria? What's the max, or what's the disqualifying factor to bring on a creator? You said they sent Hartney's though. He needs to ask for taps. He has no idea what these TikTok streets. He has no idea. It's all good. He is learning. Allie, hello, friend. How you doing? Angel, how you doing, friends? come on in. We're going to get to learning and chatting it up. And then, so I said earlier, we'll see how long I'm going to stay on today, only because I was sharing that you said I was the only one tapping. Okay, I see that comment now. You said I'm the only one tapping. Um, I I'll see how long I'm able to stay on because, like I said earlier, on when I was talking to my YouTube friends, uh, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays become longer days for me because I add the shop at the end. So I'm doing the 10 a.m., I'm doing the 4 p.m., and then I'm doing the 8:30. So I'm like, oh gosh, and in between then, I'm like, potential client meetings, and I'm meeting with some of you all. I'm meeting with, I'm checking up on emails, I'm doing some of my own content and all this other stuff. So it becomes a long, long day. So I usually will try to figure out how do I make sure I'm staying consistent. I tell you guys that is the key. I don't want to give up on the consistency. And even though TikTok is not being nice to me right now, I'm still going to be nice to it, okay? And nice and show up. That's what I'm doing. I'm being consistent, friends. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably do 90 minutes. I say that out loud right now. You said I got to 1K followers. Look at you. Ali, what? Just say now, friend. I love that. 1K followers. Let's be exact. You have 1,166 followers. So congratulations to you, friend. That's what it's all about. You are growing. That's it. Just keep growing. Just keep growing. That's it. As you grow and as you show up and be consistent. You said thank you for the advice. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. You'll see people will come back and support. That's it. They're gonna continue to come back. They're gonna be loyal to you and your message and how you're growing your community. You're working, girl. When do you have time? Me time. Thank you, ma'am. You know what? I'm trying to build that in too. Well, you said me time. Me time. I'm a mama, first of all. So when you have the little ones, me time is few and far between. Me time is when you're able to. I take them to daycare, and if I'm able to catch a couple extra Z's and sleep, that's me time. But no, not no time recent. I'm trying to think when I did the me time. When I did the trip with my friends. That was fun. We went to Mexico in March. That was like a spring break trip. So that was the me time. Michelle, thank you so much. So, we're doing a trip for my daughter to take her to her spring break location, which is in Italy. So we'll be doing that. That's not me time either. That's still not me time. So I still won't get me time for that. That's going to be a kind of fast-paced trip too. When you think about it, it's like 5 days, but still trains, planes, and trains, planes, and automobiles. We really are doing all three. To get her to her destination and then do some tourist things and then get back home. So we'll see how this goes. That's at the end of this month, actually, in a couple weeks. So beyond that, I don't know when I'm gonna give some mama time to myself. So I have to figure that out. I'm gonna have to definitely fit it in. Dr. Lisa, to cancel my order for the back camera device, shipper took long to ship. So what do you mean? You just got a notice about that? Oh, that sucks. TikTok, do better. What happened now? So they canceled. Can I ask a question? You sure can, friend. What I missed? No, we were just talking about me time. Hold on 1 second. No way, mom, vacations are not me time. No, it's not. It's not. You are. I'm planning and trying to coordinate that on my downtime as well. Make sure we actually can get her to a destination. So part of the trip is flying over there. We actually have to drive. We live in Orlando, so we drive in and catching a flight out of Miami because that's a direct flight over to Rome. And then her spring break, I'm sorry, her study abroad is in Florence. So we're catching a train from Rome to Florence and then back to Rome. And we'll be in Rome for about 2 days. So all that has to happen within this 5-day period. So yes, we'll see how that goes. And who has to coordinate every little detail? You know how that is. So you said you canceled my order for the back camera since shipper took too long. Interesting. To ship? Oh, that shouldn't have happened. Oh gosh. Yeah, let me go and see what see if there's any feedback about that shipper, because usually that's what TikTok will do too. If a shipper is not behaving based on expectations, shipping products on timely manner, products are in good quality, they will lower their rating, their review for that shipper. So let me take a look and see if there's anything that's happened to that shipper as well. Definitely put your feedback in. Definitely put your feedback in so that they can see it. So we'll know from you that it got canceled because of that. I'm sure TikTok knows it, but it'll be good for you to know is for you to put it into, and that shipper or that seller won't be recommended anymore. Hey there, another live post said to do lives for 2 hours. Thoughts? Oh, give me 1 second. Let me break that down. Work-life balance needed. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, I just transitioned from the traditional 9 to 5 at the end of May. So this is June 12th. So 12 days, not doing the 9 to 5, doing this as I build this up. So there's a little bit of time and effort on the front end. Both Rome and Florence are lovely. I'm excited. I've been to Rome before. I haven't been to Florence, so I'm excited. So for her as well. She's a good kid. She's a really good kid. So this will be a great experience for her. She's looking forward to it. I'm hoping to get it before I leave. Oh, where you going? Where you going? You're leaving. Hello, friends. I need to go review products. I wish I didn't time out my own reviews. Yes. I will get feedback. We'll put feedback. Yes, definitely put your feedback. Let me answer Allie's question. Allie, before I do that, let me give you the flash go. TikTok with the heart me. Okay, we'll see TikTok. We'll see how that goes. Because a lot of y'all come back. Y'all, we're in the 11 o'clock. The 10 o'clock, and you're back now. So it'll be fine, TikTok. We'll see. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. For real, did you quit your job? Yes. You said for real? Did you quit? Tammy, yes. Tammy, let me explain. But yes, Tammy, I adequately resigned. It's like I didn't show up and be like, I quit, I'm leaving. But definitely leaving the traditional 9 to 5 as well. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. My husband and I, we had a long conversation, and we see, how this has been such a good experience for me. Something I've always thought about doing, don't get me wrong. It's something I actually, let me say that differently, something I actually had been doing. So I'm not new to kind of the entrepreneurial work. And I would take on clients for small consulting type um, projects. So when it came to one-on-one conversations to help with career guidance, I had a couple people. So because I was in my role as a senior leader, people would tap me and say, "Hey, can I pay you? Can I do this? Can I meet with you?" So I was doing that for quite some time, and I had an LLC structured and everything. So it wasn't unusual for me to say I should do this. But then when I came to this space and learned how this became live streaming, became a great way to connect with my community and my audience, and started to build up a more um, structured approach. It just made sense, and we had been talking about it, but I just hadn't really truly acted on it. And so it was kind of like, okay, take the leap of faith and let's do it. I have yet to do a live. Why am I nervous about it? Oh my gosh, friend, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. You got this. You got this. We'll talk about the nerves. So really quickly, Ali, hold on 1 second, Ali. I gotta go back to your question. You said another live host said 2 hours. So 2 hours. Let's break down the 2 hour rule. And not that it's a rule, but it does allow the algorithm. So TikTok wants you to be here. TikTok wants you to go live. TikTok wants you to engage with the community. They want you to build this space as something that people want to come to. They're enjoying what you're talking about. TikTok. When I click my watch, that is just the mantra here, that you are going to be here supporting, building people up, sharing your message, having these great conversations and discussions, being interactive. So all that plays into how you build a community. Hello, friends. Sorry, no español. I'm like, hola. What is the story of? I tried. I know español, friend. I see you though. Thank you so much. I'm so impressed and inspired. Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. So you say crazy, huh? No, it's not crazy. Hey, we're gonna get you there. You're a pro and have a good knowledge of your craft. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Positive solutions. So when it comes to the 2 hours, as you are coming on, what happens with the algorithm, I'm just going to be honest with you, what happens with the algorithm is that in the first 30 minutes, it's still getting used to you, warming up, trying to get a sense of what's happening in the room. We just set that flash goal. That flash goal is a way for people to engage in the live and kind of warms things up too. So make sure, if you haven't gotten your daily heartbeat, go ahead and click the daily heartbeat. But it becomes another way for the live to get activated. Okay, so that's the first 20 to 30 minutes that is happening. We're sitting here chatting, people are tapping, people are commenting. TikTok is slowly pushing people in your room. So that's happening. The next 30 minutes is probably you kind of sharing a little bit more of your message. Okay? And at the end of that hour, another group of people are going to come to your room. And just all the while, like I said, people are slowly trickling in and out, coming into the live. You can see real time analytics that say how your live is performing and who's coming in and out of your live. We've been on for 17 minutes and we've had 131 people supposedly walk through this live or see this live in some form or fashion. So recognizing TikTok is sprinkling people in, and they're getting to stop and pause and listen to what you're talking about, and they're trying to make a conscious decision if they're going to tap to watch. Okay. And then some people see you and know it's you, and they just instantly tap to watch. They're like, let me listen to this conversation. So that's happening all the while. Thank you for explaining the algorithm. Yes. And so that second hour is really where you see a little bit more momentum. So people are coming in again, thinking through like if they're going to stay longer. So that 2 hours kind of gets you another kind of a broader reach. Maybe that's the way I would say it, a broader reach. So if you're doing 2 hours, it helps. The shoppable lives, it definitely helps because as you're talking about products, you're going to need time to cycle through probably 10 products, 10 to, they actually want you to get up to 20. Now, I haven't gotten to 20 yet, y'all. I think the highest I've done so far is 14 products. And the longest I've stayed on my shoppable live is 2 hours and 30 minutes or so. So again, that first hour goes quick. I'll be honest with you. Literally the first 90 minutes goes super fast. And then I'm looking at the products and I was like, oh gosh, I still have like 6 products to talk about. Like I'm talking, commenting, showing people, you're pausing. So all that's happening. So it does go quickly. You said, what's my products? So mainly what I've been showing, so my other page, not this page, my other page, this page is mainly electronics. My other page is Dr. Lisa Shops. And so I think I have to go back and look. I think I have about 50 plus products in my showcase, which range between primarily the first half of the showcase. You'll see electronics like the tapper. I'm going live today at 8:30. I need to put that on here. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. This is the gimbal stabilizer. There is my light, the stand my phone's on. So a whole host of products for electronics. And then I have some supplements, and then I have some health and wellness, some fitness type things, products in there, some spiritual well-being products. So I try to run the gamut of between wellness and electronics. So my electronics is what I've mainly been promoting, where I'm talking about beginner content creators, beginner live streams, some of the essential products you may need. But then, like I said, some other wellness products are in there just to make sure that you're feeling good. And, I have a neck massager, I have the hand fan, I have some things to help with just making sure, you just can have a productive lifestyle where you have a wireless charger for your phone and devices, speakers. So it's just different products. But a lot of it, mainly the main showcase is focused on beginner content creators and live streamers. So I try to stay true to what I do here. Some of those products are in my showcase over here. I actually need to go in that showcase and just kind of do an evaluation of what products are still over here. And if those sellers are the best deals. So that's what I try to pride myself on too, bringing you the best deals so that you hopefully will get free shipping or flash sales or major discounts. So I try to make that part of my value proposition as well. Like I'm saying, okay, I've done some searching, I've looked at different sellers for this product, because I will switch them out in a second. I'll tell you right now, the seller for my what do you call it, the stand here that my phone's on, that one's I switched out a couple times, I think twice now. It was something else I just switched out. What did I just switch out? I think the other tripod pod, something else I switched out because the product wasn't available anymore. So a lot of that when you go into your showcase, you got to make sure first of all the seller still has inventory because that may be a problem. They may sell out, and then you have issues like my friend Trisha said they didn't ship. So they're just doing bad business. So you just got to make sure you're constantly moving people out. So that's somebody when I go on my showcase today, I got to switch it. So that's going to be on my list of products I got to switch out, and I'll bring in a new seller. So I won't be using that seller anymore. So, but yeah, that's where you're actively making sure you are um, managing your showcase because if you're going live, you want to be able to talk about the products in terms of how people are going to truly um, get a deal and a quality product. So that's the goal. Because I talk about everything because I have it because I'm using them. So I know very much about how they work and how they operate and if they are all what they're cracked up to be. Thank you so much. How you doing, my fairy treasure? If you are just coming to my live and you haven't gotten your daily heart meet today, go ahead and grab it. TikTok just gave us the flash sale, flash goal. If a watcher doesn't show in analytics, was that a bot? If a watcher doesn't show in your analytics, they give you the top 100, the first 100, I guess. And so that's what you see from an analytics perspective. You don't see, like I just said, I have 167 people now that have kind of cycled through here. I may not see all 167 of them. They'll give us a list of the top 100 watchers. So to a certain extent, you may never know who all actually watched your live if they are truly, if they're part of that. If you had a live that had a lot of people coming and going out your live, so you may not know everyone. But yeah, so to answer your question, they may not show up in your analytics. Thank you all who are coming in. JB, thank you so much for being here. My friend who mentioned being nervous. I don't want you to be nervous. I don't want you to be scared. But at the end of the day, there is some nerves about this. So what I've been talking about, Just Tasha Shop. Hello, new here. Hello. How are you, Just Tasha Shop? Appreciate your friend. Hold on one second. I want to see. Um, Thank you so much for joining the live. I wanted to read your bio. Miss Darlene, thank you so much for sharing the live, friend. Oh, okay. You're fairly new. You're not super new. You've been on these TikTok streets for a minute. Hello, friend, with your level 9. Good job. Self-care and self-love. Healthier being. Beauty buys, gym newbie, new member of, it got cut off. I'm assuming of TikTok. But thank you so much for joining the live. So my live is all about making sure you can go live with ease and confidence. Have you gone live before? I'm going to pin the flash goal. If you have not grabbed the Daily Heart Me, is the Heart Plus up here. If you haven't grabbed it, go ahead and grab it. And that way, yes, Michelle, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. She came over. So yes, Michelle is my moderator for the YT. So YouTube, I co-stream over there. So if you have not, I'm going to show this real quick. We need 2 more heart meets and we can get it, guys. Let's see. You guys know I co-stream. I'm on the YouTube streets at the same time, connecting over there. If you have a profile over there, if you have a channel, make sure you connect with my moderator. Her name is Yes Michelle Crochets. She's up there with the heart puffs. So grab her here if you want to grab her. Same name on YouTube. She is right shy of 100 subscribers, so we want to support her and reaching her goal. She is also my YouTube coach, so if you have questions about building your channel, getting things up and running, making sure you are optimizing over there, this is a good time to do it, y'all. YouTube, I say, is a marathon, but it's a marathon that you want to run, okay? I'm going to say that. It's a marathon that you want to be in that race because that's where your content is evergreen. So if you have a product or a service or something you're offering, that becomes a way to easily add a link in your profile, in your channel, for people to click that. You can have it also in your description for your videos, and people can click that, and it can work from you from either today to 10 years from now if people are searching for that information. So you will come up in their feed if you are something they're looking for. So I say that because I want you guys to be intentional about your growth strategy. I don't gatekeep. I tell you exactly what I'm doing. Here, I just turn on my tablet, turn on my phone, and both of them are recording at the same time. So just know that that's available to you so you guys understand what you could be doing. Hello, Lady BB. Appreciate you being here. Just Tasha Shop, did you answer my question? Are you going live yet, friend? Let me know if you're going live. I always ask that question, and let me know if you have questions as well about the go live process. I appreciate you all being here. And so in this particular live, like I said, TikTok has not been, it's been TikToking me, but that's okay. Um, so at the end of the day, so really quickly, Amanda, you said the watchers are not, so you do see the watchers. Let me say that. You're saying watchers who don't show up, are they bots? Trisha, thank you so much for that daily heart. I mean, we are one away. Let's see, 1 minute and one away from the last daily heart. So you just want to click the heart plus. Your live is glitching. Is it really? I can't. Thank you. We got it. Appreciate it. Is it really art? I plan to go live Sunday. Do you really? Awesome. Awesome. You going live Sunday. Nice. You said no, not for you all. Okay. Must be glitching in some spots, but that's TikTok. Not on my end, not glitching on TikTok. Okay, good, good. How you doing, Bountiful? Hello, friend. I came in on my other pet go so you would meet your goal. Look at you, friend. That's what we're talking about. TikTok, see, you tried to set me up with that daily heart me. TikTok was like, I know these people came to your 10 o'clock, so now they're just not going to be able to do the daily heart me. But guess what? I did it, so now they did it. There we go, friend. TikTok is trying me. That's okay. So you're going live Sunday. Awesome. So a couple things. We got you, Dr. Lise. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. Wait a minute. Why did TikTok say not achieved? I did it. I don't know what it's doing. It did say interesting TikTok. Huh. I don't know. I'm struggling to line items on my shop. Any tips? You're struggling to load items. Oh, load. Okay. Load items on your shop. Give me 1 second, just Tasha shop. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna circle back to that question. D-Rob, I wanted to just say thank you so much. D-Rob, I wanted to say go ahead and make sure you post. Go, if you're going Sunday, do an event, a live event, schedule it out, put the date and time, it'll show up on your profile as something people can click to. You also can do a post where you add that to it so people know again that you're about to go live. So you're just going to say in your post you're about to go live. And then you can in turn put in your stories as well as put a note. So try to make sure you schedule out. That's my number one tip for anybody. Make sure you're scheduling out your lives, okay? So just do that as a way to start getting a little bit more momentum and interest, especially from your followers, touching your live. And if you can, what will be great for the first few lives, maybe you can have a buddy come in the room. So again, you have some engagement, interaction. Someone's tapping the screen, someone's commenting. You see that interaction in TikTok wants that interaction to happen as well. So that's going to be important. Just Tasha Shop, you said you're struggling to load products in you're struggling to load items on my shop. Any tips? So let me understand something. Are you a business account? That's the first thing that I want to ask. Thank you all who are coming into the live. I'm assuming you're a business account. So I'm assuming you're a business account. So are you, couple things that you want to do. And I'm going to see if she pops up. It'd be great if she shows up at the live because she just went through that. We met and had a conversation about it. Graduate consulting. So if she comes in, you want to grab her. She just went through that experience of loading products into her shop account. So let me know if you're a business account and you have your own products you're trying to load, or are you trying to do TikTok shop affiliate? That's a whole different conversation. Affiliate, I can kind of rattle that off really quickly. The business account becomes a bigger conversation. Yes, business account. See, that's a bigger conversation. And the items I want loaded need permission on PC. PC doesn't show anything. I don't know if I know the answer to that because that sounds like a technical issue. I'm not sure what the answer is. And I think you're going to have to send a message to TikTok. So do you know how to send a help desk ticket? I think that may be your solution because that sounds more technical. three lines at the top corner of your profile page. There's three lines. On the seller account, I think there's a help desk ticketing method over there too. But from the TikTok side, if you're on your profile page, there's three lines in the top corner. Go to settings and privacy, and then click, um, scroll all the way down and go to report a problem. And you should be able to report a problem and get to it from the business side. So you could say your TikTok shop products aren't loading. There's some other preloaded questions, and then you can create your own question as well. I'm back. What did I miss? She was talking about TikTok shop, her business account, and her products weren't loading. Yeah, that sounds more technical. When you said PC doesn't show anything, so there must be something else. TikTok said to reach out to seller account. So I'm in the process now. Yeah. So you got to go on the yes. So in what I showed you, there is actually what I was just explaining. There is a seller question feature you can add. You can click on too. But if you're on your seller profile, yes, they have Q&A over there or FAQs over there. So yeah, that's probably what you're gonna have to do. Like I said, that's a little too technical for me. I don't know the answer from the business account if it's not showing up from your PC. So yeah, I would say that. You said I'm back? Okay. So yeah, that's what you would have to do from a business account. Now, from the affiliate side, when it comes to being an affiliate for a seller, I know that because I am affiliate. I know a little bit to be dangerous. I'm not saying I know all things, but I know a little bit to be dangerous on that side. So, Bountiful, your question was, my shop doesn't show on my TikTok page on my computer ever. Heard this before? You have to download or go to the website for Live Manager. So you're gonna have to log into your Live Manager so that you can see what that looks like. I'll give you an example real quick, friends, so you can see what it looks like on my side. Give me 1 second. It was down yesterday too, just as you know, so thank you. Should you have a script to go live just in case you run out of stuff to talk about? Yes, D-Rob, yes. You want to, not necessarily, I mean, not a script ideally is good, don't get me wrong. I even teach that with Chat GPT, one of the products in my stand store. You can grab and get the chat guide because it actually gives you a prompt on how to create a script to use for your live stream. So you absolutely can use a script. I say don't read a script. So it'll give you talking points to discuss as you're going live based on your topic and your niche. Okay? And then specific to your target audience, because all of that you want to make sure is aligning. So you want to have some talking points. And again, with your first couple of lives, you're talking about yourself. You are saying why you're there, what you're all about, what is your interest for coming to the live, what you want your page, your live stream to be all about. So you're talking about yourself, and then maybe you have a few questions to share, or a few tips that you might want to share with your audience. And so the first live, I would say try to get it to at least 25 to 30 minutes. Besties one, hello friend, how are you? So try to get at least 25 to 30 minutes. But then also, how you doing? Some sugar, appreciate you all things. Thank you so much. Coach Miss Jessie coming into the room. Thank you so much for being here, friends. So, but yeah, definitely have a script, or have some talking points. You might even have questions. And if you have a buddy in the room, you're going to have them kind of answer the questions. Let them know, like, hey, I'm going to ask you these 3 questions. Put in the chat your answers. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes kind of a dialogue, like you're talking to your community. Other people may see that. They may hear the questions. They may come into your room and they're like, hey, I want to come and join in. So again, try to be as much, try to be as structured as possible in the beginning. Thank you so much, Chris Pye, man. Thank you so much for being here. That's good idea. You're welcome. Let me flip my screen real quick. I'm going to go back to Bountiful's question. Bountiful, just really quickly. This is the live manager for TikTok Shop. And you can see, you can do a screenshot real quick. Let's see. Put it in high enough for you. It says TikTok Shop, Streamer Home. And you're going to have to log in so you can see I am logged into my Dr. Lisa Shops page. And so what you're doing, this is where you can see, I'll show you real quick. It says live console there, console. So hold on, should be touchscreen. Why isn't it touching? And you're gonna see the screen in the middle. I'm not going live right now, so right now it's not on, but that's how you would see it. So once you go live on your phone or your tablet, go live there, this screen will project your live session. It's going to show that feed, the live feed. So you'll see yourself here. So that's how you will see yourself. Okay. Is this a separate? It's a separate website. This is my laptop. This is a desktop. This is the actual website you're going to. Yeah. Yes. This is the affiliate site. Yes. That's it. That's on the affiliate side. Yeah. So, I'm not sure what the seller side looked like, so I'm not gonna even pretend like I know. But this is what the affiliates have access to. Yes. So yeah. So you said, "Oh wow, that's a lot." Yeah. This it's a thing. Sellers look similar. Okay, gotcha. Seller looks similar. Okay, it might be the same platform. For all intents and purposes, it could be the very same system, and we all are going to the same thing. Yeah. But yeah, we go here, and this is how you see your feed. Yeah. And if you schedule a live event, you're literally just clicking go live, and all of it is integrated. So that's how you would do it. And I'll say that, do you need to schedule a live event? No, it's integrated because I'm logged into my Dr. Lisa Shops page. The reason I know that is because I did the lives earlier this week when I just went live for my chat with you all. It was showing up on this feed, so I could see myself. So it would show up anyway. Hello, good evening, everyone. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. You all came in, V and K and everything. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate all the gifts that came through. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. Dr. Sonia, how are you, friend? Good afternoon. Thank you. You make it look really easy. Do I? Thank you so much. Thank you for showing the behind the scenes. You are so welcome. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. No problem. Like I said, I don't gatekeep. I want you guys to be successful. That's what this is all about. There's no need to be nervous. So you are talking to somebody who's been doing this. I am in my 6 months of going consistently. I say daily. I might have missed 3 days, y'all. Just 3 days. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all it was. 3 days and 6 months. And then I might have just gone and did one of my 2 lives. I didn't do the 10 o'clock or I didn't do the 4 o'clock. But I've been showing up, okay? so it's become a lot easier. It's definitely become a lot easier. I don't have the same nervousness and stuff, and I don't pretend like I wasn't nervous at the beginning. It was like, okay, let me just kind of get my words out, and then I just kind of leaned into. At times, I'm not gonna say things correctly. Things are gonna come stuttering out. Things are gonna come all hodgepodge out of my mouth, and I just let my personality shine through. That's who I am. So, a lot of people who are nervous and shy, your audience is a reflection of you. I say this all the time. My audience understands what it means to be introverted. I'm introverted. Y'all don't think that. I know y'all like, she is no way introverted. I am introverted, y'all. So I'm introverted. And when I talk, sometimes as an introverted person, as a shy person, you talk in your head a lot. So I allow myself to show up here. Thank you so much. I allow myself to show up here and just say whatever is in my head. And you guys will see me when I'm processing a question. I'm like, let me get to that question in a second. So I got to think about my answer. Or if I'm thinking something just by what y'all said or the comments in the chat, you guys hear, I'll start laughing because y'all say something funny, or the way I interpret what you wrote comes out. And so that's what it is. You just let your personality shine, and everything that you normally would say and do within reason, people, you say, okay? You let that shine. And that's what it's all about. And people will, either like you or not, and they'll swipe and sit or not. So it's up to them. They have agency to decide if they want to sit and hang on with you or if they want to move on. Okay. So recognize, as you're building your community and people are showing up and supporting you, then they're doing it because they feel like there's a connection to who you are. What you're showing is also resonating with them. So just kind of keep that in mind. And that's some incredible consistency. Well, yeah. Me too. I talk for a living. Well, yeah, you good then. You'll be good. You'll be so good. You just show up, friend. Yes, that's it. You just show up. It gets easier. And I will say this. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all too. I like this format way more than I like the times I've had to do, stand up in front of a room and do public speaking. You know what I'm saying? So you actually are looking people in the eyes. Hello, Hallie Q. How are you, friend? You are looking people in the eyes. You're connecting with them. You're talking to them. You're having like everybody staring at you in the room type experience, which I've done. I literally thousands of times. I can easily say thousands over my career, over talking, whether it was a classroom teaching, whether it was a presentation to senior leaders, whether it was talking to my staff for meetings, whether it was talking to assembly halls, because I was one of the speakers for a special event. So I've done all that. And I like this better because I'm talking to my best friend. I'm talking to the person I love the most. I'm talking to the person I see and I look at and I want to hug her every time I see her. And that's the way I think of it. I'm talking to the person I want to talk to, which is me. So, and in turn, I'm talking to all of y'all. So that's, at the end of the day, it's a fun experience. It really is. I enjoy it. And I've gotten to the place where I don't have the nerves. I don't have the anxiety of doing this and cutting the go live button. As a matter of fact, the go live button, they don't need the countdown for me because they need to just have one, because the 2 3 is unnecessary, y'all. It's an unnecessary wait. So that's the way I look at it now, because I'm like, well, what am I hold up for? But at the end of the day, you will become better at it. And that's what I tell you. This is my mindset conversation, because I want you all, especially my nervous people, I don't want you to be scared. I get it. I understand that nervous energy and the fear, and that's natural. So I don't want to diminish that. That is natural. But at the end of the day, I don't want it to stop you. Okay? Because sometimes we let our fear lead instead of our faith. Okay? So I want you to not let the fear lead you and keep you from doing something that could be the most magical thing you've ever experienced, because you're building community and you feel that community connection, how people are engaging with you and your live experience. So I don't want you to think like, oh, I can't do it, because you can. I think I watched you from 2 apps and 3 accounts, and it's not even. She's on the West Coast. I was like 2 o'clock. I was like, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock here, but yes. He was like, girl, I didn't see enough of you today. I appreciate you, Q. Thank you so much. Yeah, she was on my YouTube channel, and then she's been in the 10 o'clock too. So I appreciate you supporting, friend. Going live is like talking to yourself, which I do all the time. That's it. That's it. Just think about it like that. You are cutting on the camera. You are actually recording yourself talking to yourself. That's what you're doing. And that's it. And ironically, there are people watching you talk to yourself. That's what's happening when you do it this way. Now, normal situations, maybe no one's watching, but hey, now people are watching you have this conversation. And that's all you're doing. I talk to large group verbally at work all the time, Zoom, but in person with a group is, you said untamed, that's scary, huh? It's like, what in the world? You have a fan for life, Dr. Lisa. Oh, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Yay. I appreciate that. That's what this is all about. You are growing your community. And so we'll see. We'll see where this takes me. I am definitely exploring all options. I told you guys I removed myself. I quit and conceded my time with doing the regular 9 to 5. That, and honestly, this time here, doing this and engaging here actually is taking a little bit more of my time and day, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's fun. I think it's exciting. I like how I'm talking with people. Now, when it comes to TikTok Shop, that's a different animal beast. So I am learning over there. I get in front of the camera, and sometimes what comes out is great. And sometimes I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? And my brain doesn't click over quick enough sometimes. So I fumble. Sometimes the products don't cooperate correctly for me, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble with these products today because I did not charge. Oh gosh, I have not charged them. Oh my gosh, I just thought about that when I said it out loud. I was like, oh gosh, I might have some technical difficulties today. Let me see if I can charge a few while I'm sitting here. So if you guys know if I have technical problems, yeah, I said it here first that they haven't been charging. So and last time I did a live was on Saturday. Yikes. So we're gonna see how this goes. But that is actually kind of fun too. It's not, I mean, it's a little uneasy because it feels a little awkward at times, but at the same time it's a fun experience. Any advice on going live on the weekends? Ooh, some sugar. Go live on the weekends. First of all, definitely go live on the weekends. If you were looking at taking a day off, that's not the time to do it. The weekends is actually better for people, and just in general, as you just think about people's ability to just kind of take an exhale. You know, they've been at work all week. They may not have been engaging in social media for long periods of time. The weekends allow them to wake up in the morning, grab their phone, they're laying in bed, they go on TikTok or whatever other platform, and they're scrolling, they're looking, and they come across lives, especially if they have lives that they're super fans for. So you definitely want to go live on the weekend. I would just say, if you're going to go live on the weekend too, just be prepared, when it comes to engaging with your audience and having your talking points and stuff. So I'm looking at your topic. Would you talk about fibromyalgia and healing my healing is my hustle? I love that. Ooh, look at you. Bars. I love that. Healing is my hustle. Um, so I would say, just make sure you have your talking points down. And maybe this is a tip, and I love the way it was executed because I say it all the time. And I don't know if Luna's in the room. I don't think she came in the room yet, but if she did, her second live. It was her second live. I just so happened I was able to come to it. In her second live, she had some great questions, and her questions were really poignant to her audience. She's into thrifting and luxury finds. When you go thrifting and stuff, and she was just talking about questions that you don't normally ask, like what kind of metal do you like? Do you like silver, gold, mixed metal? And I'm a silver girl, so I was like, silver. I love my silver. I said, but I do a little gold every now and then. So it was I felt like she was having a conversation with us. So do some of that. Maybe look at some of the questions that you want people to ask you and what you think will be great, interesting, engaging questions. Don't try to make it too long where people have to write a lot, but if they can engage back, I think that's going to be helpful, where they can say, one word answers or a couple sentences, but just make sure that you're trying to engage the audience. Now, they may not engage in the very early stages, but you'll get some people. You might ask, like, hey, so where are you from? What's going on? Where are you at? What city, state? I'm from Orlando, Florida. Let me know where you're at. Or if there's something that's interesting relating to your topic, like, hey, did you guys hear the news about this? I just want to make sure you guys are aware of this. If you live in this city or state, this is something you might be aware of. So again, people are like, ooh, let me listen. So just know that engagement is going to be the key. And as much as you can engage your audience and get them to engage back, that'll be helpful. You are goals. Definitely ready to exit the 9 to 5. Thank you so much. Love my job, but want to drive my own time. That's it. That was my thinking. And it had been weighing on me. You get to a point now, especially I'm about to hit 50, y'all. Don't tell nobody. That'll be next year. This year I turn 49. But with that, actually turn 49 next month. But with that, it was to the point, you get to a point where you've been working so many years and doing something that you really feel like you're good at, and there's a calling for you to kind of lean into that. And I had been trying to lean into it a little bit. Now I was given the perfect opportunity, so I was like, you know what? Let me just take advantage of it this year and just see where this takes me. TikTok helps so many escape the 9 to 5 grind. I'm exhausted at making content, but I love it in my community. Yes, it is a different type of grind. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's a different type of grind. Like I said, the content creation is my if I could say one thing that is not my favorite thing to do. And I was watching this creator actually on YouTube. It's the editing piece of it, and he said, you know what, if you can start getting an editor sooner than later, That would be his advice. And I was like, oh, I think I like that idea. Not that I'm probably going to do it immediately, but I like the idea of, you know, what do you call it? Outsourcing that, having someone else do that for me, because it's that's the tedious thing. And yeah, and I get easily exhausted by all the details, and my OCD brain wants me to kind of fix this and do that. And I was like, you know what? If I can get somebody else to do it, let that be their thing, and they can lean into that. But for me, it takes up a lot of time, so I may have to get to that point sooner than rather than later. Arrive at that level. Hey, 50 Club, where's at? Fast on my way, 50 Club. Best year ever. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I'm leaning into it. And honestly, you know what? Like I said, it comes with the ability for you to wear proudly, I am wise. I've had many years. I'm 50. That type of, that's my attitude. Like, I'm 50. But no, right now I'm still in my 40s, y'all. That's how it is. Oh, I sent an invite by accident. Sorry, don't answer. You can find a cheaper one on Fiverr. Oh, I thought about Fiverr. Honestly, that's where I was gonna go. Thank you. You know, I said OCD because that is the control factor. Oh, thank you for joining. You didn't have to. Alex, thank you for joining. It was an accident, but you're welcome if you have a question. You want to ask a question? Okay. Appreciate your friend. I'll let you down. I hit the. Oh, go ahead. You said you did. Yes. If I repurpose an English content into a different language like French, would that be considered would that be a problem for that? Okay, repeat the question. You said if you want to have a second language for your live. No, I'm not going live. For instance, if I create a content on English, right? Mm-hmm. Can I repurpose the same English content into a different language and then repost it? The way I would do it, so the answer is yes. The way I would do it is just make sure, like, are you saying a video? So a video that you did and you did it in English, and then you're saying, I want to take that same video and recreate it and do it in French, potentially. You could do that. I would tell you to do a couple things. Change your shirt, maybe change the location, but literally maybe change a couple different words. Like, I'm using AI to do my video. Oh, are you doing on TikTok? TikTok's a little funny about the AI generated stuff, but yes, you should be able to do that. No, what I'm saying, I'm doing faceless with AI. Yeah, and you have to toggle on the AI generated content. Okay. You said okay? Yeah, you got to toggle that on. If it's AI generated content, you got to toggle that. It's right before you hit post. Scroll down. It says AI generated content, so you got to disclose that. So yes, you would have to do that. Could you do one video in English, same exact video, and then do another video in another language? I think the answer is yes, you can. It's two different languages. I would still try to change a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? I would change the words a little bit. I created the content and then used AI after that. That's what I mean. You created content and then you used AI after. You still got to disclose that it was AI. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're going to still have to toggle that on. All right, thank you. You're welcome. All right, take care. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Let me know. My live earlier today ended up being a live conversation. I'm totally fine with that. Let me know if y'all want to come up. I'll put the boxes back up. If people want to come up, I appreciate all the engagement that's happening. NK, I see you coming in the room. Appreciate you, Luna. I just talked about your live. Thank you. Fiverr is great. You need to check it out. Thank you, Nika Grace. I agree. You know what? Let me say this. Anybody who's ever done that before, here's what I will say. I guess I need to check it out. Maybe that's the question. Because I was about to say, because I'm so controlling in that way, like, how do I send my content to somebody? So is it just a matter of downloading a video and just sending it to them and letting them come back and do whatever they want to do with it? I think that's probably what I would have to do. So, but let me know if anyone's done that before, and like, what does it actually look like in terms of the steps for doing that? If you know how that was done for you. So, again, I'm one of those people where I'm like, oh, do I want to just hand it over and let them, do whatever they want to do? You'll be specific. Okay. Okay. So essentially, I would have to tell them what exactly I want from them, but I have to send them the video and say, here, I need you to edit this and do a couple clips from it. Well, one of the things I do, and so here's where I kind of struggle in my mind. I'm like, how would that look for them? I do this live, I record it on YouTube, and so it's here, it's under the playlist. In a perfect world, I would love for them to take this 2 hour content, 90 minutes to 2 hour content, and then make a couple different clips from it. Clips or even long form, like 10, 15 minute videos from it. So that way I'm able to repurpose the content that way, put a thumbnail, do all the other stuff. And again, I have content that I can post and repurpose that was really from my live streams. I don't know if I give value in those type of sound bites. I don't know if I do. I think what I do is answer questions, and I'm giving clips of different things. So maybe it's a compilation of things I'm talking about, and that's the approach we would take. But I would have to like really sit with somebody and kind of understand how I can do this, and how, if there's an example that I can follow that someone else has done. So that, I think that's where my mind is going. Just me talking out loud, y'all. We had people do that. Take Facebook Lives and create content for post NYT. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's good to know then, Nika. Thank you for sharing that. Nika, you changed your picture. I was like, wait a minute. That's not an imposter, is it? You didn't change your picture on me. How you doing, friend? Good afternoon, Carolyn. How are you? He said, I'm a people pleaser. I can't hand over to someone else. I hate it, and I like it. And be like, thank you. You said, you've all worked back and forth till you're happy. Yes, you'll work back and forth. So we'll just kind of keep going back and forth in that conversation. You say, yes, you did. Yes, Trisha. I'm looking like, wait a minute. Who is that talking to me? Because I don't know if you guys know this. I get used to your photos. I get used to your names and stuff. And so I see it because I'm in the chat like this, which is a tip, which I would say, if you really want to start doing this, it is good for you to moderate yourself at first. Okay, before you bring on a moderator, it's not a bad idea. Now, the shop side of the house, I probably would say, would I say the same thing? Possibly. And I'll explain this in a second. But I think it's good for you to do it on your regular live stream, because again, you're connecting. Shay Sprays, I see your friend. And so as people are coming in, you get used to names, you get used to people, you're building community because of that. And a lot of times people just want to feel connection. They want to feel seen and heard. And you get to know them, they get to know you. I know people's personalities in terms of how you say things and stuff. So again, it's part of that building community. With a moderator, they actually pin comments. There's some support there. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to diminish the role of a moderator. There's support, but there's also something to be said about seeing people's names, learning those names, and building that community that way too. So when it comes to shop, the only thing I will say, I got a little spoiled. The first 2 weeks, my daughter was my moderator. Now she has more or less quit on me. I'll see if I can get her to do it a couple more times for me before she goes back, or before she goes to her study abroad program. But because I was not, hey, how you doing, friend? Because I was not going to pressure her, and she was pretty emphatic that she didn't want to do it. And I was like, well, you know what? That's fine. I'll figure it out. It kind of forced me to figure it out. Oh, she quit for sure. Yeah, she did quit. She quit. She's like, I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours with you while you show all these products, and I got to sit here and swipe in and out and say free shipping and stuff. She was like, no, ma'am. She was like, no, ma'am, I'm good. You cannot get good help in that way. If you got these young folks, you cannot get good help. I'm going to tell you that now. So, if you got maybe like a 10-year-old or 12-year-old where they still like doing stuff like this and they can be helpful and they can write the word free shipping and other things like that in the chat, that's your best employee because they will do it and do it gladly. When they get in their teenagers years and those older years, they're not gonna help you. I'm just gonna say that now. I was wondering how you got her to sit there like us do about her. She was not feeling me. She was not doing it. She did it for me for like 2 weeks. She did Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She did a total of 6 times for me. And then she was like, "I'm good. I'm fine, mommy. No, I won't do it." I was like, "You know what? I won't." And she's about to be 20. So at some point you can't force them anymore. You get to the point where you know what, I'm gonna pick my battles. And this is not a battle I'm willing to have with you right now. It was not bringing her joy. It was not. But she'll be quick to say, can I have? Can you buy me? Can you get me? My daughter quit day one. Did she really? How old is your daughter, Wendy? I'm wondering because, like I said, I think I would have been still in a great spot if she was like 12 and under. Between 12 and 8, I probably could have got her to do it. And she could have did it without any issues because, you know, they're tech savvy and all they're doing is like pressing the thing here, pinning a product and writing a few words. So I probably could have got her to do it if she was under 12. You did good getting her to do 6, I know. Oh, she's 20 also. See, that's it. That age group there, no. And what was really the problem is that her phone was hijacked because she was on my live for 2 hours. So she's like, I can't do nothing but listen to you and you talking about the phone mount and the tapper clipper. And she's like, you will not do me. They'll say no, then ask for yes. Sephora money. Yes, girl. No. So I end up having to do it myself. Now, because I've had to do the last 6 by myself, today is week number 5. So because I've had to do it by myself, I've gotten somewhat of the hang of it, to be honest with you. And because of that, now I feel like I'm a little bit more confident. Now, I'm still learning, don't get me wrong. I'm still bumbling through things. And like I said, I'm probably going to have an interesting night because I did not charge these electronics. I gotta see, I think there's at least 2 more things over there that need to be charged. Shoot, I'll do it for Sephora money. Exactly. Exactly. Or what's the other one? Starbucks money. Because she quick to ask for her Starbucks still. I was like, girl, you still do Starbucks like that? She's like, yes. These kiddos are hilarious. I know, that's right. So I just think about her when she was younger. Girl, charge us. I know, I need to charge her for real. So when I get this live, I'm gonna have like 3 hours to charge. I gotta see what needs to be charged. Let me grab a couple things. Now that I'm sitting here, make sure it's in the charger charging. Oh my gosh, I think I got everything charging. Charge one more thing when I'm sitting over here. You said so bad. I know. And I was saying earlier that I had this stuff sitting over here since last Saturday was the last time I did the shoppable live. So the products that need to charge, mainly like the gimbal stabilizer, that type of stuff, they do need to charge because they will go out real quick. My tablet too, I gotta make sure I charge that when I get off here because that's my other thing that has to charge so I can use it. But it's funny, my daughter, when she was younger, she was my husband. My husband has a PhD also. And I remember distinctly, he was in his coursework and there was a task. Anybody who's done a doctorate, you always have to make sure your references are correct. And you do, make sure that you follow the APA handbook, the APA style handbook. So you're following that for references. And so we literally gave her like his reference page. And I said, you go in and you circle all the places, because I gave her an example. I said, you circle all the places that he put like a period in the wrong place, or it doesn't follow the italics word, have the word italicized. He didn't do that right, put an underline. So I told her what to do. She went through every line and did it for him and went through his APA for him. And she was like, she might have been like 11. And she was happy about it. He gave her like $20 for doing it. He gave her some money. she thought she was rich, and she sat there and did all his little APA thing Saturday. And I said, okay, at that age, she was fine. And I was sitting, having her sit for 2 hours, because she sat for like 2 hours doing that too. Sitting there 2 hours to do my live. She was like, no, ma'am, I will not be doing this for you. And I thought it was engaging. So I guess she didn't. So she was like, no, I'm good. So now when I do it, here's the one thing I will say. If you have to do a shoppable live, you definitely want, and I said this earlier, you want that other account. There's essentially a third account if you don't have, um, if you have your main account, like I have this main account. If you have your main account, you want to probably keep them separated. That would be my recommendation. And then there's a third account that could be an account that you're building up, or an account that you're using for research purposes. And then you use that to become your moderator and your live. And so that's what you guys will see me doing. And I have my phone right here, but I'm on my tablet for my conversation for the actual stream itself. And so I'm looking at you guys on the camera, and I'm talking, I'm showing the products, but at the same time, my phone in front of me, I'm able to click products out of the shopping cart and pin them. Okay, so I'm pinning them, and I got to do better with maybe putting some comments in the chat and doing all that. But it is a thing. It's multitasking at its finest. So it's a lot. What do you mean research purposes? The other account, it doesn't have a lot of followers. If there's ever something I want to go and look up something in the search on TikTok, but I don't want it to impact my algorithm on my other two accounts, I use that account to do it. You know, so I mean, for argument's sake, if I'm gonna go and search for, I don't know, I use a topic like cars. I don't want my feed to now show me all types of cars. I don't want that to be my feed on this account. Yeah, so I will search over there. Or when I had those imposter accounts, because you know they would block me, so I couldn't see them. You guys would say, "Hey, this account that's fake out there." I'm gonna have to check again. I need to check probably today to see if any new ones popped up. But essentially, I would just use that account to do the research, and because that account was unlocked, so I can use that to check for me. But yeah, so I use that and loose word research, but that's my account that I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. But right now it's operating as my moderator. Yeah, that is a smart thing too. I was looking up something today, and my entire feed changed to it. Yes, it will. It will. It will. I tell you all the time, my feed, now it wasn't a bad thing. I'm going to tell you this now. It wasn't a bad thing. But my feed, when they had The Lion King and Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa, that was my feed for about 2 weeks, y'all. All I saw was him with them pretty eyes coming on my screen. But at the end of the day, it will change your feed. It will totally change your feed. So you got to make sure that you are, if you're being if you want to start searching for stuff, you go to another account to do it. You're like, why am I only seeing these tweets now? Yes. Yeah, it'll happen. So you just got to be careful. And for this account, I was setting up my other account for the TikTok shop stuff. And that's all I saw was shoppable content. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that I needed to use my third account. But I was using this account to be the moderator. Okay, so this account was originally the moderator on my shop account. And again, TikTok was like, okay, you just set in a shoppable live for two hours moderating. You must want to see shoppable content. You're looking to buy stuff. You're looking, so that was partially why my feed was messed up too, because I had set there to be the moderator. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me think through this. I need to switch it. He said every day I learn something new from you. Appreciate you. Thank you. How you doing, D? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much, all who will come into the live. I'm going to be here. Destiny, thank you so much for joining. I'll probably stay here for another 20 minutes. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll do like exactly 90 minutes. So if you have questions, let me know. You're welcome to come up and ask questions. I'm going to get off early because like I said earlier, when I do the shop, it just takes a little bit more, and I need to charge my products. I need to make sure I'm charged up. I need to make sure that I have my laptop, my tablet charged as well, so that has to charge. I'm not charging it yet because when I put the cord in, it'll I cord it up to my laptop, so it'll mess things up. But yeah, I'm gonna do that shortly too. But yeah, let me know if there's any questions. Any of my friends who are new to my live, I always ask the question. If you're new and you have questions about what's happening in the live session, that's what this live is about. I'd say it's go live with ease and confidence. I want you to feel comfortable and confident about doing this. Pressing the go live button, pressing it multiple times, understanding how to connect with your community, understanding all the things that's happening here. Um, I shared earlier, I attended a Creator Network webinar, and the reality is TikTok wants people to go live. I've always said that. I didn't understand the numbers behind it, but I always said that this is a business for them, and they want you to be successful. But they recognize that there are people who will start it and not continue. So they want people to continue doing it because last year in 2024 they had 1 million people go live. They had 46 million of those people started for the first time. And from their numbers, TikTok is the leading live streamer right now in terms of everyone who live streams, everyone from the other platforms and stuff. TikTok is number one. People come live over here. So they want you to go live. They want you to build community. They want you to grow. They want you to grow your diamonds. They want you to do all the things to be successful. They recognize under the Creator Network program, there is a value added with having someone who or agency that's going to train you, that's going to hopefully hold you a little accountable to continuing to stay with it and keeping that consistency, because you have a lot of people who will start and stop. So all that's part of it. So I'm still doing some research. Obviously, I'm intrigued by it. I just want to make sure I understand all those questions. It's funny. Trisha was here earlier. She asked a question. I was like, those are questions that they didn't cover. So I have a list of questions that I want to make sure I understand. The process first. Do you get access to analytics info after live? Yes. Yeah, on your page, there's analytics that you see from a live host immediately on your live home screen. So you can do a little, there's TikTok. TikTok does a good job of giving you kind of like how many views. You can see real time performance too in your live. I want to say that a lot of times you could swipe and you can see real-time performance in terms of who came into your live, how many unique impressions you got, how long you've gone live, how many new followers you received. So all that is part of the analytics that you see there as well. Do you get access to analytics? Oh yeah, so you get that. I was reading your comment again. Are there a lot of incentives to go live? Money. Money is the main incentive. Yeah, so when you go live, you're collecting diamonds. Diamonds equate to rewards, so that is part of your monetization that you get, and those rewards is money essentially. So you're collecting diamonds, and that real time analytics tells you how many diamonds you've collected since the time you've been live. So again, you're collecting money from your live experience. You're collecting new followers, so people will come into your live. They will follow you, and if you're in a live now, you haven't followed me, you can follow me there, or you can click the daily heart me. That's an instant follow. So you get followers that way, as well as, again, the diamonds. Also, subscriptions. If you have a subscription available for people where you're offering an additional benefit, that becomes another way to monetize. So, I mean, it's the monetization that is obviously the overarching benefit. Yeah. How do you accumulate diamonds? From diamonds come is a combination of the engagement in your live, tapping the screen, sharing the live, commenting, all that stuff, daily heart me, and then the other gifts. So that engagement plus gifts equate to a diamond. Yeah. So you are collecting diamonds primarily from the engagement in your live. So engagement is points that the viewer's collecting. If they click the daily heart me, that's 1 coin, so you get credit for that coin as well. And then when people send roses or the wish box or the gallery, or they click the gift box or the rose, that is what you're also getting. You know what? There was a cute statistic that they gave. I'm gonna share this. I thought that was an interesting statistic. I'm gonna share. Hold on 1 second. People giving roses. Okay, I'm gonna just say this out loud. People who give roses equivalates to 95% of the gifts that are given. Didn't know that. That's the stat that they gave. I just thought that was interesting. I was like, well, here's the reality of it, because when you come into a live, TikTok says, do you want to send a rose? So the computer is telling you to send rose. So people think like, oh, let me send some roses. But yeah, But yeah, so that's 95% of the gifts that are sent out are roses. So, and again, it's part of the gifting that happens um, for every, you get a percentage of the rewards that are given. So TikTok takes 60%, anywhere between 60 and 80, depends on how long you go live. You get anywhere between 20 and 40%. And so just know TikTok wants you to go live. They want you to engage, depending on how long you go live, how many new followers you get, what that engagement looks like, determines how much you monetize, how much rewards you get. So that's the main benefit. So people who do it, you do it and you grow. You grow monetarily, you grow in terms of your confidence, you grow your community, you're growing in terms of your subject matter and your expertise. You're growing. So that's the beauty of it. And people just keep coming back, and they're confident about how they're doing it and consistent, then they will continue to grow. So we'll see. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm intrigued, and there'll be some more research I have to do, some more questions I have, and then obviously, thank you so much, everybody who are coming in. Appreciate you all being back. Thank you so much for joining the live. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are liking the live. I have not shared my live out. Sharing the live as well. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, but I want to make sure that I'm answering any additional questions. I appreciate all the likes and shares. How you doing, Humble? How's everything going? Did you do another live, friend? Let me know if you are still going live. How did it go for you? And then Miss K, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for joining the live. And so you, when it comes to also going live, one of the other stats that they gave, I guess I'll ask this question to see, get you guys some engagement points as you chat in the comments. I'm okay. I'm about to go live soon. Awesome, awesome. So in the comments, what I said this earlier, so I'm gonna see if you guys remember. They said there's 4 categories that people usually fall under for their live. It's music, gaming, conversation, and interaction. Interactive, rather. That's the way they said it, interactive. So interactive live, depending on if you're doing some kind of other creative thing to your live. Maybe you're crafting, maybe you're doing maybe you're doing artwork, or maybe you're doing, I don't know, some kind of martial arts or something else. So that's interactive. When you think about interactive conversations, gaming, and music, which one do you think is the top one? He said, thank you for encouraging you to go live. That's what I'm here for, friend. Yes. Awesome. Appreciate you. I am well. Love that. Love that. So what do you think is the top thing that they do, that most people do on this live? So music, gaming, interactive, conversation. So those are the 4 categories. Which one do you think is the top one? Any guessers? Any guessers? Let's see. Gaming, conversation. Yeah. So conversation. Yeah, conversation's the answer. Conversation. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So people come here and they're holding conversations. That's the main thing people are doing. You come in here and you are holding conversations with your community. And so those conversations can look multiple ways. Obviously, it could be where you're sharing your expertise, because maybe you're in the financial services, or you're sharing your expertise because maybe you are in the spiritual mindset type work, or you're sharing your expertise because you're doing something that deals with a certain knowledge base. Maybe it's your expertise when it comes to understanding antiques and other products and stuff. So just recognize those conversations, that interaction happens, and people are in the chat, and people are building community because of it. People are saying and are staying in your live because they want to hear what you have to say, and they're connecting with you. So it really is about, feeling that connection. So they say conversations is by far the biggest thing. Most people try to say entertainment because of the battles and stuff like that. That may fall under the interactive type things that people do. But at the end of the day, it's just the community, the conversations that's happening. So I just thought that was a real fascinating thing, because I would have thought gaming. However, they did mention that the other platforms like Twitch, they kind of still hold court in that platform. People are coming over here a lot more, and they're doing maybe a little bit more co-streaming. So they have the what is it called, the OBS key that you can use to link your streams together. So you can do that and stream on both on multiple platforms that way. But for the most part, people are coming here for conversations. That's it. So yeah, very fascinating. This place is dynamic. So I will say you, if you are somebody who's nervous about it and uncomfortable, you can definitely do it. It just takes, you know, take baby steps. You don't have to do it all at once. I say you have to do. TikTok makes it so that you have to do 3 lives. So these are my nervous shy people. So you have to do a total of 3 lives over the course of 3 separate days, so that you can get full access. And that way, once you get access to all the features like pinning comments, getting guests and co-host features, all that comes with doing those 3 lives to unlock all the features. I think you have to be a talker too. Not necessarily. Just Tasha Shaw. Not necessarily. Let's be real. I say it all the time. I'm an introvert. Y'all don't believe me. I am an introvert. I'm an introvert. So how like you talked about it, we I think I remember her saying this before. I am on the cusp. So I'm between the zodiac sign wise. I'm between the Cancer and the Leo. So the Leos are, yes, for real. The Leos are people who are like, okay, they're outgoing, they're very sociable, they're social butterflies, they love all that. I'm not really a Leo, although I'm like right on the edge. And so, but you're seeing somebody, and I shared this earlier, you're seeing somebody who's done this for essentially 6 months, almost every single day. So if you look at some of my videos on my page, scroll all the way down, you actually see cuspy. Yes, we are cuspies. Leo here. So if you look on my page and scroll all the way down, you'll see where I announced when I first was going live. I did a video about it. I announced it. And then you see even a couple of my clips. Nothing spectacular. Even now, I'll look back and I can see how I've grown. I can definitely see how I've grown as an individual, my communication style, the way I interact in the live. So what I tell people all the time, practice makes progress, and that is such a true statement. You are not searching for perfection. I'm not necessarily a talker, but what has happened is that I do have different things that I can talk about and different things I can pull from because I've been doing this long enough. And then depending on the questions that are asked, I kind of have some stuff in my back of my head that I can share and give examples of. And if I don't know something, I say it. Hey, I don't know that. That's not my expertise. But anybody in the room knows, about that particular topic or can share some tips and strategies. So again, that is, but that comes with time, and that comes with just knowing how to, just keep talking. And so to your point, do you have to be a talker? You got to talk. So when I was like, you got to talk, but you also have to just be natural, be yourself. And if yourself, and this is what I tell all my introvert people, my shy people, because we talk to ourselves all the time. I mean, the only difference is extroverted people, they're easy when it comes to just coming up with something and saying off the top of them whatever comes up comes out often, or they're able to easily share some information. Introverts, we're saying stuff, but we're saying in our heads. And then, so this actually becomes a great place to talk out loud. This becomes a great place to just share and communicate in a way that you normally aren't able to or accustomed to doing, but you can do it, kind of with ease because you're just talking out loud and you're talking to yourself. So that's what I would say. I mean, oftentimes, but that comes a little bit with practice. Like I said, practice makes progress. You'll see really quickly how people will respond. And some people take a little bit more time to kind of get it out or share what they need to say. But at the same time, you just keep talking. You said I was watching some of them this morning. What were you watching? I missed it. Excellent point. You're welcome, friend. What were you watching, DL? DML. DML. Yeah, so I would say, do you have to be a talker? You said me? Oh, some of my videos. Oh. I was like, oh, me. Thank you, friend. Hopefully they were okay. What you think? um, so yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Like I said, it gets easier over time. It's not, it's one of those things where like I shared, I see the growth. I can see how I become more at ease with it. You say you are okay. Thank you, friend. He's like, you are okay. You are okay. You got a little bit better. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment, friend. But yeah, over time you get better. You get better over time, and at the end of the day, you will build your community. People will show up for you. People will support you. People will want to hear what you got to say. If you think about what are some of the things that your gifts and talents, like if there's a topic, if there is a particular craft or niche that you could lean into, bring that here. That kind of falls in that interactive bucket because people who are big into gardening. Gardening is huge on this app, and gardening is one of those things that is so relaxing, in a sense that when you're there, you're just talking out loud, and you got the camera showing the plants, and showing your different techniques. You can just talk comfortably, so you don't have to feel like it has to be so rehearsed and a well thought out process. A lot of it is just having a conversation. So that's what it is. So give me 1 second. You said how like you. It's hard to be me stop. It's hard for me to stop talking. So podcasting and content creation is perfect for me. Oh, I like that. I love that. Because with the podcasting, you're more or less interviewing someone. So that's good. So you allow them to talk. You just kind of add little anecdotes here and there. I love that. Yeah. And then the content creation is another perfect way of doing it. That's true. That's true. Because you let your content talk. Yeah, that's good. You have good. Oh, I have good charisma. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Sounds good. Yeah, you could definitely do it. You said, "How Q, I'm working on the podcast idea. I got too many thoughts that need to exit your brain." I feel you, friend. You're very good. You are the best at what you do. Oh, thank you. DDML, you said, let me say that. I didn't mean okay. I meant you are exceptional. I appreciate that. Love it. Love it. That's the point. You're here. Yes, is she is indeed. Thank you, friends. I appreciate you all. I appreciate all the support. This is good. And like I said, I want to continue to do this. This is what I'm trying to lean into as part of my calling, as part of what I'm doing to support the community here and beyond. Hello, Diamond. I see your friend. I look because I usually have the screen up over here, but I had it still on the shop page, so I was like, I can see. Hello, Bella Wello. Hello, friend. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Doris, appreciate you. Come on in, Doris. Hey, Dr. Lisa, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. So, just sitting here chatting. And so let me say this, and this is the reality of what happens. Time keeps on slipping, okay? So time is moving. And I just told y'all, what was that, 15, 20 minutes ago? It's like 20 minutes ago when I looked at the timestamp. It's now an hour and 30 minutes. And that's how it goes. Your time will go fast. Now, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, it feels slow. It feels like, oh my gosh, can it get to 25 minutes? Can it get to 30 minutes? It feels a little slow. It feels like you are talking and you're like, what else can I say? But how's everyone doing, Bella? Well, awesome. Everyone's doing well. What I will say though, you want to keep talking because guess what? New people come in the room all the time. People are watching you outside. They just haven't tapped to come inside yet. And you probably do want to come inside, my friends, if you have not come inside yet, so you can get your daily heart me, get your points for watching me. No point you sitting outside the screen not getting your points. So I would say that you always want to give encouragement for them to come inside. What's the difference between viewer's eye and FYP? Viewers I in FYP, your viewers are people who are typically your followers. FYP are people who are on the For You feed, the For You feed, and it used to be called For You page, but the For You feed that comes through of content that TikTok thinks that you might want to see. And so TikTok will recommend you to people on that page, and you will come across their feed, and they will click and watch you and see you that way and decide to come to your live or not. So that's what's happening. So that's the For You feed. The viewers that are in the room now, they may have come from the For You feed. Many of them come from your followers. And so when you promote your live, so that's why I shared, it's important to promote your live. When you promote your live, when you put in your story, when you put it in your note, when you do a video, when you create an event, a live event, that's another way for them to see it and decide to participate in your live and attend it. So you want to get in the habit of doing that, even if nothing else. And this is something, obviously, with my rooming the way it is right now, I probably do need to do a little bit more in regards to putting in my stories, just to let you know, hey guys, and it could be a quick video here where I'm sitting here and say, hey, I'm about to go live, and then you can add that as an event for people to see as well. Yeah, so it's important to do that. I think it's a best practice in general, even if things are changing with the algorithm, but it's always a best practice to let people know when you're going live. And if you could schedule it out, and again, that creates that consistency early on as well, so that again, people are coming to your live because they want to hear from you, they want to see you, they want to connect with you, and then ultimately they'll attend your live experience. So yeah. All right, good friends, I appreciate you. So I'm going to be back tonight. It's 5:45, so I just looked, almost 5:45. Just looked at the clock. So I have to get ready for 8:30. So 8:30 I do my shoppable live. I'm torn. I'm more than likely it's going to be electronic supplements, because that's the other category I'm in, wellness supplements, that type of stuff. I haven't decided to venture over to that area quite yet because I'm still waiting on a few products to come in. So, and then there's a little bit more research you need to do. So if you guys are into shoppable products, you just know there's some things you need to do when it comes to the supplements in particular that you have to make sure you don't say and that you can say. So I got to do some research. And so I'll probably stick to what I'm comfortable with and what I know. Um, I'll say this: I do like Shop because Shop is stretching me. So when I said I'm here, I'm consistent, I can do this, I'm comfortable. This becomes something I can easily cut on the camera and just start going live. The Shop does make me think differently about how do I talk about the products, making sure that I'm actually actively being intentional about what I'm saying and how I describe the products and stuff, and it just becomes a different experience. So I do like that for the variety. Um, it is different though. I will say that again and again. It's different. So it just depends on how you're trying to have your live hosting experience go. But I so much appreciate you all. You guys are great. Let me know if there's any questions. Feel free to DM me. Thank you so much, Doris. I see your friend. Feel free to DM me if you have questions. I'm going to keep you guys posted as I make future decisions about what next for me supporting all of you from a couple things I'm working on, some coaching stuff, as well as the agency conversation. I'm still kind of in the early stages of that, so I'm still working through and processing that. So I will keep you posted as I move forward with some decisions and stuff. All right, but you guys make sure you still post and make sure you are going live if you're going live, and stay consistent with it. Thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate all of you, and I will be back tomorrow at 10. If you want to come to my live, peace and blessings. Appreciate your friend. If you want to come to my live tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern in the shop lot, it's Dr. Lisa Shops. Go ahead and follow me on that page, Dr. Lisa Shops, and that's my my username. And my nickname is Dr. Lisa TikTok Shop Finds, but Dr. Lisa Shops, so that's where I'm at over there. All right, friends, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. You said you're going to stop by tonight. Thank you so much, Doris. I see you, friend. All right, you guys take care. Appreciate you, and thank you for all the support. All right, bye bye. Oh, I missed the live. Yes, I'm going, Blink. Appreciate you being here, friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye bye. All right, my YouTube friends, appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. Go into my stand store so that you can get support. I appreciate you all being here. And feel free to click the link in my bio if you have any questions about what I do. Click the link in my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye.